Hello everybody, welcome back to Parasite Eve 2, Day 2, Part 2. There's a lot of 2s there. I have a co-commentator and I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi, this is Mitochondrial Speedball here, and we're hovering around Central Park.
Oh yeah, like you can even hear the helicopter in the background. But today we're going to be, actually honestly, we all know why we're here.
It's a race against time to prevent something unfortunate to happening to Daniel's family and, of course, everyone else in Central Park.
Mm-hmm.
Ben!
She's 25. She should be more than a rookie, but...
Oh, jeez. This is what we say about you always going off half-cocked. You're hot under the collar.
However, this is the first example of Eve setting fire to somebody and them not dying that we see.
Yeah, in this case, it's more like a force field made of you burn if you cross this line, which happens to be right across the property line for some reason.
True. Or is close enough. It's a plot line, let's be honest. It's an excuse to have Aya be separated out from other people. Alright.
Yeah, this game was not set up for multiple party members, unfortunately.
No. But, oh dear, there is a police car here already. And,
oh, yeah.
and phone...
probably toast.
Yeah. Phone for people who want to save, but, oh my god, I don't need a dozen of these guys.
Even if you aren't on an EX game, they give out more medicines than you reasonably need.
Mm-hmm. So these are snakes. Oh god, wait, I don't remember. Oh, shh. Right, New Game Plus, they're providing extra, more powerful targets. So, snakes, hopefully bad things don't happen to me here. So you can see how there's that 2 popping up over that one snake. That's the damage over time effect from Aya's acid. However, all of these snakes have a poison attack effect. So if they hit with their melee strike, and Aya doesn't have her anti-poison armor, she'll get the poison status, which does exactly what you're thinking.
Yeah, anything not killed by the bullets will be poisoned to death, in theory.
So you know what? I'm just going to grab just the ammo. I've got enough medicine once. But yeah, the New Game Plus at this point is adding more enemies and more powerful enemies to the mix. Because in regular game, you only get like 2 snakes in that fight. Maybe 3. Central Park Zoo. And hidden in here? Oh, just another medicine 1. Hidden in here? Oh, come on!
Sometimes it's just not what you want. Oh, and then right there, hidden in the gray, is another one.
Oh, thank you.
Perfectly camouflaged. There we go. P8.
A single shot pistol. which is important if you want to put all of your attack power into a single bullet.
forget if Aya comments on that police car that's abandoned next to the phone, but the implication, of course, is that those cops got roasted because they were inside the death field.
Yeah. And here is the first example of junk. I'm not going to be gathering junk at this point. There is much better places to get what I need from junk later on. And up here...
Ooh, another public phone.
Hey, remember when public phones were a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Get in there. Oh, sorry, buddy.
Boy.
Okay, apparently you can move this somehow to get access to the frigging... There we go.
There we go. Sorry, guy.
Oh, I need a key.
Oh.
And the SP vest. This is the armor that I basically pumped up all the way through for the rest of the game, pretty much. And... there we go,
Zuki.
That should be the right key.
There we go.
There we go. A grenade launcher with fire bullets, with explosive rounds. So, elements in this game. When I get around to scanning an enemy, you'll see if it's susceptible or resistant to an element. I hate to break it to everybody, but for the most part, you don't want an element on your weapons. It's just too much risk that somebody's going to be resisting to it than anything else. Oh god, these guys.
Yeah, for some reason, the strange mutation has led to monkeys with boomerang arms.
Oh, crap, I aimed at the wrong guy. Damn it.
Gotta say, at least they come up with interesting, unusual creatures in this.
Yeah. Alright, I suppose I should use one of my medicines, because I did earn that. And here's the advantage of being able to double act.
Heal yourself and shoot at the same time. Oh, now we have detox.
I like the fact that the leveling in this game, it actually gives you a problem, and then you level up, and it provides you with a solution.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if I had been bit by the... If I'd been bit by the...
Snakes?
Snakes, thank you. I would have been poisoned, but now I've leveled up a couple of times. Now Aya has an anti-poison ability. And everybody who's played Parasite Eve 2 probably has had flashbacks.
I certainly did. Oh, yeah. All right, there's something all the way back there, maybe. Or is that just where... Okay, yeah.
Hey, Medicine 2.
Medicine 2. All right, finally.
A cure poison ability. Oh. I don't need a medicine
Yeah, this
one.
is how this handles having too many items. You just swap out what's in one chest for another.
Okay, so that box opened up and gave me defense 2. Here's one of the things about this game. Use item, defense +2, use on death. Actually, hold on. So, some of the boxes in the game actually have random or semi-random stuff in them. Like, it'll be 50% you get a defense 1, 50% you get defense 2. Out of a particular box, and the game, as far as I can tell, rolls that number when you open the box. And let's Sort.
So if you're really obsessed, you can theoretically use save states.
I think so. I'd have to double check.
Yeah. And like you said, it's nice that the game's giving us solutions to problems just as they become a problem. We started picking up poison cures as well as our detox power.
So Club 2 here, that little item to baton item is the steal. To be fair, I'm not really going to be doing much stealing in this game because it's
mostly just medicines, I think.
And there are attribute ups as well.
Oh, I believe you can read the plaques.
Right.
So we get to see the
many types of rainforest snakes. Some are poisonous, but most are not. Right. That gives us our explanation.
Giant worms.
Crap. Can I read this one? Oh, there we go. Brown monkey. This is a very... I mean, I understand, spatial compression for PlayStation 1, but that really does seem like a small tropical biome there.
Yeah. Like, even games made 20 years after this would use spatial compression as an implication. For example, Skyrim, as an example anyone should know. The cities really have like a dozen people in them as opposed to the implied hundreds.
I actually watched a video where a guy goes through like a Skyrim city and basically pretends they're like the census taker before they try to figure out like, well, there's this such and such number of people. They describe themselves as doing such and such a job, and they try to figure like, would this be a viable town or not? Hey, another tool.
Oh, in a red chest. I wonder if tools are in red chests more often.
Actually, hold on a second here. I can do something. I can tune up weapons and armor. I can grab one of the ones I'm not using and move over. So you see here I've got the plus here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the tool. I'm going to move all these modifiers over to the M203. So it's going to improve the attack and the range. Attack by 1 and range by 2. So it's going to be a +3/+3. But in doing so, I lose the pistol.
Basically, this is a form of item fusion. You just sacrifice one item to strengthen another.
Base 27, 24. Okay, I must have grabbed it later. One for that, but yeah. And of course, doing it this way, I remove 2 items from my inventory.
Yeah, sadly, we cannot merge medicine together. That'd be a great way to free up space.
Damn it, I should be able to get in this door. Sorry, people. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have the interactable icon.
Yeah, you just kind of have to guess at it. This is still the same decade where we were used to humping the walls in Doom. They just expected all gamers to do that. I believe Square learned from this, though, and that's why Final Fantasy IX has interact icons.
I think 8 did too.
Probably. Need to recheck. Anyway, yes, this is a lot more snakes than we would normally encounter. Usually it's like 1 or 2.
So I'm going to do something when I should here. I'm going to scan you, just to show off what it's like. Oh, son of a gun!
You shot him before you could scan him, yeah.
And then I'll pump you full of bullets.
Meow. Like the square.
Oh, come!
HP 1 out of 61.
Also, because Aya doesn't, because of how real time the game is, I didn't let the scan roll through.
Yeah, it's supposed to show whatever elemental resistances it has, if any.
Yeah. Sorry, people. This is the downside to being New Game Plus, is that. And. Ooh, ammo plus 15. So, yes, ammo does come in more than just sets of 6. It does come in 15 and 30.
Man, even in this mostly bleak set, there's details like there's little footprints going through one of the snowy areas. They didn't have to do that, but they wanted to.
And just look at the textures involved. Like, you can look and see, like, oh yeah, there's...
that fold in the snow down in the channel there.
Okay, let's do this again. I'm going to scan you. Parasite energy, scan you. Just so let things roll here. So, bird, 48 out of 48. Oh, crap. It overrode itself. God damn it.
Yeah. Well, at least we know that crows are susceptible to poison.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you have a poison weapon at this point in the game. Probably not. Other than your acid bullets from Liberty.
Yeah.
And our Super Deluxe New Game Plus armor death is no longer making us completely immune to their attacks. The enemies are getting stronger.
Mm-hmm. And I've got heal too now. So I just want to point out that, yes, the items you get are more effective point for point than Aya's parasite powers.
Yeah, that's really more of a fallback in this game.
Oh, there we go. Come on, give me the box. More ammo. And to be fair, in a regular game, there'll be a lot more back and forth going on, doing some grinding. I'm just still... Oh, now you notice?
Yeah.
But yeah, there'll be a lot more back and forth going on here. So, in a way, more enemies means less instance grinding. What, no comment about the dead guy? To be fair,
he's just there to block the road.
Mm-hmm.
It was a common trick in RPGs and early RPGs in the 90s and whatnot. Just a person in the way.
So
go around them.
Content warning, everybody. Some people may find the next major cutscene very squeamish. It will trigger when I go through this door, so you may... I don't know how to describe it.
Let's just say it's a different content warning than the ones that have come before.
Yeah, the one before is, monstrous rat. This one is more, the thing.
Which was probably also a big influence on this.
Yeah.
I probably think it's all part of the show.
Even if it wasn't too late, I should have done something to get people out of here.
Oh yeah.
No longer be. Yeah, and then what are you going to do about it? Dumbass. Look, Genova had a better plan than you, Eve.
Honestly, a lot of Eve is based off of Genova. Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
So,
No reaction to everyone melting into goo. It's the end of Evangelion.
so in the second game, we get a number. There were 5,000 people in the audience.
That is a lot of biomass. And yeah, Eve didn't toast the people this time. This is something new.
Yeah, she's...
At least it looked less painful than burning to death, but I don't know. Probably still didn't feel good.
Yeah, no. Oh, Ghost Girl. Just start.
Thanks, Ghost Girl. Yeah.
Second time she's pulled a gun on Melissa on the stage.
We have to stop meeting like this. Hey, did you shrink your arms back down?
I think she did. Maybe your concern about her using the matches was an actual thing, so...
Oh yeah, maybe. Stop. We've got the same ominous music as backstage from day one.
Which is basically us chasing Eve. Ghost Girl! And now we can get by the dead body. Hey, I remember this place. I beat up goons as Spider-Man in this building.
Oh yeah. I've also played Alone in the Dark 2008 in here. The tiny castle in the center of Central Park is plot relevant.
So Revive is this game's way of dealing with the fact that Aya is the only character in her party. It's in your inventory. If you get KO'd, the Revive auto-revives you with 50% health and 20% Parasite energy. But a reset on the Parasite recharge rate. I'm going to need as many of these things as I physically can.
Yes. Stockpile them. You often won't need them in the main game, but in EX game, yeah. We're going the opposite direction as the Ghost Girl because they hide hidden content in the other areas usually. That's just how games are.
Yeah. But this game is also doing a lot of side paths and whatnot. And to be fair, this section is something of a maze. But fortunately, it's also the kind of maze that you get the nice paths to follow as well. Oh, right there. More tools.
So, folks at home, the next time you get a public announcement that a concert or other form of entertainment has been canceled, don't show up anyway. You never know what might happen.
Alright, this takes me back up. That way, if I follow Ghost Girl, I've come down that path.
Ooh, Defense Plus. Eat that and put that on our armored death.
Yeah. Oh, and some enemies to fight now.
Alright. More snakes. I was hoping that monkeys would also show up, because they are just ridiculous with their boomerang arms.
Monkeys require a lot of space to work, so in tight quarters like this, the game will spawn snakes or birds. You know, that is one of the nice things about this game, is that it justifies palette swaps and enemy change-up over time as Eve improving the monsters she makes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot
Speaking
about...
of...
I forgot about... Hold on. Parasite energy... Scan... You. And then cancel that out. I forgot completely about the bear. 104 hit points. So if I pulled out my grenade launcher, I'll do an extra 50% damage to this guy. But, time to shoot you down.
I guess we just had a bear in the exhibit, too. Unless one was living in the forest of Central Park. God, I didn't even remember the bear. Now that should have had its own cutscene like the rat.
To be fair, there's limited space for pre-rendered cutscenes, so...
Oh yeah, obviously.
They wanted to save it for... Oh, so this is the Survival Vest. Survival Vest has general average stats, but it comes with a inventory +1 slot on it. Which can be important for regular game, but not so important for me in new game.
It doesn't stack with itself, so you can't just move it with a tool and then keep moving a similar effect onto itself, I don't think.
No.
Although I suppose the justification for the extra inventory size is it's a survival vest, it has extra pockets.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing.
Just the, this guy in the middle here.
And yes, we're getting lots of ammo, and we aren't using all of our ammo, but we're going to need all of it once we hit the Chrysler building.
Oh god, yes.
That's why we've been stockpiling it.
Actually, how much ammo do I have right now? Item...
I said over 200?
Yep.
250.
Yep. Not enough. Nowhere near enough. And if we followed Ghost Girl, this would be the path she would have led us down. And this will take us back over the bridge I turned around from earlier, a few minutes ago. Yeah, if you do enough wandering around, the game will spawn the Ghost Girl to show you the way.
Because this is definitely one of the biggest mazes we've had to deal with so far in this game.
But not the biggest at all.
It's definitely a step up from the Opera House, which was 6 rooms in one hallway.
There should be a getting into a fight. There we go. You play this game enough, you remember where the triggers are for fights.
And sometimes they're very finicky, like... Yeah, I forget, does the M203 have area attacks?
No, it doesn't.
The way all those birds clustered around you made me think that that was intended to be used that way, but maybe not.
No, the game needs the blast effect attached to it. I don't even remember where we get our first proper shotgun. But the thing about the grenade launchers in this game is that the grenade launchers are the ones that provide the acid, the fire, the ice, all the element types to it. That's their thing. Nice big bridge. Very scenic.
Yeah. I
could swear there was a fight. There we go.
sometimes the fight transitions are exactly in another bear. Wow. It does look like it's mutated similarly to the rat. It just doesn't have a fire tail. Instead, it has some kind of like big blotchy eye patches where its eyes should be. Maybe there was a traveling circus coming around at the same time. I don't want to see a mitochondria mutant giraffe or elephant.
Hold on a second here. Use item, medicine 1, use, and then sort all my stuff. 2 medicine 2s, 2 cure Ps, a revive, and an absolute baller set of equipment. I'm actually worried about this the boss fight that's coming up.
There we go. Here's the monkeys. These look like big hyali scoops. Sport where you have this big long scoop on one arm that you use to throw a ball with. Like the guys in that movie Tron.
Yeah, I've played that game. So you can go up here, but don't. There's nothing up there. All the goodies are underneath the bridge.
Oh, something that increases your parasite energy, huh?
Yep.
Interesting. I didn't know there was one of those.
The worst part about the parasite energy in this game is that you're never given a numerical value. It's always that charge bar.
Yeah, they did give you a numerical value in the second game, but not this one.
Yeah. Honestly, and so, truth be told, when I was doing my regular run through the game in preparation for the new Game Plus here, the coming boss fight actually beat me a few times. Because it's just that annoying. So I'm actually going to save here.
Yeah.
I'm going to do
as soon as it lets you.
Yeah.
Ooh. Some kind of mutant shrubbery, I guess? Pile of garbage, maybe? I don't know.
I don't remember what that one is. I'll have to look it up in the game guide when I have a chance.
Yeah. That one looks the most like a Final Fantasy monster they imported.
A Marlboro.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 16, they call it a Morbo. Probably because, I don't know, maybe they didn't want to get in trouble with Marlboro cigarettes or something.
Can't go that way. So, Speedball had me read some plaques earlier. We've seen snakes. We've seen monkeys. We've seen birds. We had surprise bears. Does anybody remember which we haven't seen yet that was on those plaques? Giant Mongolian death worms!
I like that these ones even have the ring around their necks.
So here, son of a...
This is the first boss that requires precision positioning.
Yeah. But you notice I'm canceling out of my, Shoot. Okay, hold on. You. Screw it, I'll use you right now. So every time you defeat one of these worms, all the remaining worms get stronger and bigger.
Yeah. We started off with 4 worms, and now the 3 that are left are bigger. Now the 2 that are left are bigger. What other PlayStation 1 game had a giant worm in an urban environment?
Also,
Resident Evil 3, the Gravedigger boss, in the only non-nemesis boss fight, actually. For some reason that didn't show up in the remake of Resident Evil 3.
okay, 2 dead. Ow.
Oh yeah.
I'll know I've reached the last stage when the worm shows up on the lower side of it.
Yeah, this is actually eating up your hit points quite a bit.
There we go. Okay. And you can notice how my... holy crap!
Okay, yeah, that's bigger than I remember it being.
Never mind, I have super gun. I just want to say, everybody, that if this was not New Game Plus, I would have... This fight takes a lot longer. The enemies are... You take a lot more damage over time. And if you do use the barrier power, it helps a lot. But fortunately, because it is multiple enemies, they each drop their own... use...
items.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you can also see, folks at home, this is not one of those games that where you want to fall to Mega Elixir Syndrome, where you just don't use any of your healing items because you might need them later. No, there will be times when you absolutely need to use them, and you'll go through every one in your inventory, as we did.
Now, to be fair, I did toss all my medicine ones, pretty much. So I went in this fight stupidly underprepared. Anybody who's not on New Game Plus, yeah, you're going to use all those medicines. And possibly even the revive. And there's a reason why I'm going back and saving again after the boss fight. I don't think there's a regular encounter here. Nope. God, I feel like I missed something in the maze, but meh.
Probably nothing super vital. Oh boy. Here, just want a free carriage ride?
Does everybody remember the attract mode cutscene? To be fair, Aya's jeans have held up pretty well for today, running around in the snow and everything.
For the life of me, I don't know why she gets in, but, you know, the next cutscene wouldn't have been able to happen if she hadn't.
Nope.
That's just mean.
Sorry, lady, your Sephiroth impression sucks. He brought the house down.
Oh yeah, I like how she was matching speed with the carriage as she hovered, and even in the cutscene. I'm a human.
Let's see. On one hand, Eve sets people on fire and turns them into genetic slush. On the other hand, they make guns. The humans make guns.
Of course, she's probably talking to Aya's mitochondria rather than hers. Like, why are you not on my side?
So, this is the entire space I have for this boss fight. This is...
Yes, it's tiny.
Oof. Ow.
And that's how much room we have to maneuver to escape that. Not much.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do 3 shots at a time. And trust me, if I'm out with my regular gun, okay, Parasite time. No, I don't want to use barrier here. I want to heal. Oh, right.
What?
Hold on, I gotta...
What?
So, because Eve has flown away, I can't target her. So heal 2 on myself, and then I cancel out of the targeting. So she'll heal herself up. And stage 2. Wait, is it stage 2? Well, her arms are bigger now, so she's getting back to normal. I thought she went to the opera because it was the stupidest thing she could go on a date with at short notice.
Ah!
Bad touch, bad touch.
Bad touch. Giant grabby hand.
Oh,
So that horse is lasting quite a while.
to be fair, like, if I'm not using my super gun, it does take a lot longer, so...
Yeah.
And I'm surprised, like...
There we go. Spoke too soon. Whoa!
I'm legitimately surprised it didn't flip. No little children in the beds this time. Child 1. Hojo.
Clamping child? Hojo? Yeah.
Child 2. Wait, teleportation experiments?
That is not off the table at this point. We've had telekinesis, we've had pyrokinesis.
Okay, here's my question now. Where are your goddamn radios? I forgive the lack of cell phones. Where are your radios?
Which definitely existed at that time. Everyone should at least have like little walkie-talkies, or big walkie-talkies rather, because it's the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess Ben resisted the mind control that everyone else was undergoing to keep them in place. Oh.
So I think he peeled off before they reached the amphitheater.
Yeah. So, fortunately, Ben did not get turned into slurry like everyone else.
Or he was there and, was being... Like, we've seen that Daniel resisted being caught on fire. So if Ben was closer and went, I feel funny, I'm going to go see... And Mommy isn't helping any, I'm going to go find Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly legitimate.
Yeah, I'll say 5,000 people. That's worse than the several hundred that were at the opera.
The evacuation of Manhattan. This is New York City. How many people do you think are in it?
They're not here yet.
To be fair, there is National Guard. But this talk about evacuating New York City, I remember reading a synopsis on what it would take to evacuate New York. And they basically said, 6 to 8 million people off of Long Island. We're looking at at least 7 or 8 days of constant people movement.
Mm-hmm. And that's assuming that, there aren't any jams or delays or whatnot. And even being generous that all of the people want to leave, of course, if people were being lit on fire or melted en masse, I'd leave. But.
Yeah. But I liked at least the fact that they are treating this seriously as a case of, we don't know what's going on, we need to get the civilians out.
Oh, yes. It's not like Jaws, where the mayor pretends nothing is wrong.
He's trying to tell Ben.
Yeah.
But to be fair, he's probably still in shock at this point.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Kathy. Kathy actually... Oh...
But we're not quite done the day yet. And to be fair...
What happened to the other dog? Yeah.
I think that they, like, the more regulars at the police station would know who Ben is.
Yeah, because he's clearly shown up before.
Yeah, he knows how to get there. And Shiva. This is a Final Fantasy reference for the 3 people who's going to watch this video who've never played Final Fantasy. Personally, my headcanon is that the other dog we saw in the pen earlier, his name was Ifrit. But who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Or girl? Girl, yes. Who's a good girl? And nothing bad will ever happen because of this.
Oh, I love this cutscene. The evacuation cutscene. Whoa! What were you trying to do there, Taxi?
I mean, at least they're making an effort to show what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Everyone leaving.
In a panic.
In a panic. Oh, yeah. I think that was supposed to be the same golden statue as the beginning intro.
Yeah, it's where a boss fight happens in the game we don't talk about. And they're...
Block this one off.
Well, if they're doing an evacuation block by block, street by street, moving the blockades and barricades as they evacuate people makes sense. And this is Dr. Maida. Ow. That physically hurts me. He insults Maida and promptly gets a heart attack and bursts into flames.
Clearly, Eve has strong feelings about racism. Because it's now or never. Yeah, don't go towards the danger.
And, of course, he stops to do scientific observations as well.
I don't know if stop, drop, and roll will help if it's your cells that are bursting into flame.
Nope. And
Ooh.
the tilted angle. Oh, we're going to get so much use out of this camera angle.
Okay, now you're getting ESP, because this is clearly some kind of clairvoyant vision.
We don't know if it's from Eve or her backstory, though.
Mm-hmm.
I have continuity issues here.
How the hell did he find her in a city of 8 million people? 8 million evacuating people.
Not only find her, but know who she is, locate her, find this place, which we will find out in the next video is actually in Soho. And basically, oh, by the way, don't set a fire inside.
Yeah.
Kunihiko Maeda.
At first, I thought there was supposed to be like an alleyway where a hobo lived because of the flame can.
One of the few
what did you have?
One of the few uses of quotation marks in the game. And, so you came to basically this abandoned house rather than go to Aya's place, go to Daniel's place, go back to the precinct.
Yeah, I'd buy it if, Maida had, this little, PKE meter that he used to, detect where, Aya was, but, and maybe he'd be like he was trying to home in on Eve, but instead he found Aya. I don't know. And anytime he talks about what happened in Japan, that's an oblique reference to the original Parasite Eve book.
Yep. Similar incident occurred several years ago in Japan. I've read synopses of the book, unfortunately, and my efforts to find the book or the movie have not quite worked out, and I'm not about to try and yar-har-har things. But you can hear that rapid beating in the background again.
Yeah, as far as anyone can tell, the Eve in that version just sort of melted. But this plot development, the wife had registered to have her organs donated. I think that's something that they made up.
For
this game.
Sorry, as part of the original book, it was written by a Japanese doctor who he basically partly wrote it as this is why organ transplanting is bad, as a cultural thing.
Oh, I didn't know that about it.
And it was very much... It's like how Moby Dick is half... this is how to do whaling. The Parasite Eve novel had a lot of medical information about how transplants work and how things can go wrong. Also, I appreciate the fact that Maida was able to go from Japan to New York City pretty much overnight on zero notice. That could not have been a cheap or easy flight or series of flights.
Even a red-eye flight would take 20 hours.
Yeah. This guy must have jumped onto the plane, the second he heard about what went on.
On fire! Oh, yeah. He found her before even realizing that she's special. That's an even bigger stretch. Like, I would believe that they hooked up if he had been looking for someone and found her, but...
Yeah, or maybe, a case of, oh, this poor lady was in an accident. Maybe I should, flag down a police officer who's looking for injured people. And because Daniel was looking for Aya by Central Park, I could accept that as a stretch. And so begins the franchise-long concept about Parasite Eve. Aya fucking hates this, pardon my French. Like, she does not like this power because her only reference point is Eve.
Yeah, she doesn't want to become a monster. She doesn't want to light her friends on fire on accident or on purpose. And she doesn't like the possibility of mitochondrial Eve reviving in her and taking over her mind.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, spoilers, that never happens. We never have to worry about her. She never really loses control of anything.
And nobody hijacks her, ever.
His walk cycle doesn't quite match the movement speed on the floor. Look, we were still new to this back then. I'll just live here in this hovel the rest of my life.
A monster is as a monster does, I am told, and monsters do not care. The fact that Aya cares about Daniel and this random guy she just barely even knows tells me more that, she would never be a monster than any sort of self-doubt or recrimination.
And even if she was going to be a monster like Eve, Melissa took a while to turn.
Yeah, Melissa has extenuating circumstances as well, so... God, I wouldn't want to sleep in that bed. Or on that couch. And the first name drop we get for Maya, Ghost Girl.
Just love the lighting of the can, the television set. It makes everything a little more animated. It's good.
Yeah, even though it's just... yeah. Well, that was day 2. And that was a thing. I'm surprised. It won't normally take people this long to go through day 2, but certainly wouldn't have to break it up. But to be fair, we were talking over things and going at it slow. And I need to spend some of that BP. But I will see you all next time when we go to day 3. Any last thoughts about the day you want to add, Speedball?
This one really ramps up everything. It goes from merely a threat to certain people to a threat to the world, and a whole lot of stuff is dumped on Aya. We meet Maida, we meet a mad scientist who is very shifty. This is all set up, but it's also had quite a lot of payoff too. For example, all of the people being horribly melted. And that is itself set up for later. This is just a really well done chapter of the game.
Even though the first half of it is pretty much exposition, the pacing of it certainly works out. Like, you can tell that the designers of this game, even though they were basically building with scraps, were masters of their craft.
Mm-hmm.
But I will see you all next time, and I'm sure Speedball will too. Thank you all for joining us.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year. Stop.